Howdy, everybody, and welcome to the next exciting chapter of Dreams of Infinity. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and magic keeper, and joining me around my virtual table tonight are Ashleyien, Hana, Kira, Los, Tensei, and a brand new member to our Magi-Knights team, John. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
They're so good at that. I just can't get over it. Amazing.
Suck it, Sonnet of Blood crew.
Yeah, yeah. Um, John, as I said, has joined the Magi-Knights team. They will be playing with us for the rest of this campaign. We'll get to know their character a little bit more here in starting off here pretty soon. But welcome, John, to the team.
Thanks. Happy to be here. Excited to play.
Okay. Now, before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with the first of our two sponsors for tonight's show, HeroForge. HeroForge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Their easy-to-use design tool lets you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D in-depth character creator right in your web browser, which is where we built the tokens for this game. You can build yours today at HeroForge.com. Our second sponsor for the night's show is XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, or even putting your favorite picture as the background instead. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show description. Last but not least, I'll remind you all that next Monday is our Fab 5 campaign at 7 p.m. Central. The team is back in the past? Who the hell knows, but it's getting really interesting, that's for sure. Now you can keep up to date on our schedule and everything we're doing by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV and on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody. Also now on Blue Sky as Random Rhapsody. So, join us as we return to Laropa City and continue on with the Magi-Knights as they investigate the dreams of infinity. And we're back. By now, everybody should know that we do our recaps in this campaign by offering up the Random Rhapsody coin, which is good for one free reroll. If I end up doing the recap, I'm going to use it to make my players have a very bad day. Nobody wants that, so somebody always wants to volunteer, which I appreciate. So, who's going to be doing the recap for tonight?
Spoilers, it's me.
Ooh. Okay. Well, Aisha, why don't you go ahead and tell us what happened last time on Dreams of Infinity?
Melody, David, and Katrina had a tense conversation with the flock leaders of Sacred Hearts. There's definitely something strange going on. A lot of more Norse mythology baked into religious iconography. They're just kind of too kind, robotic in nature. Thankfully, Melody did not get caught trying to break into the office. However, something the head honcho said left some shivers down the group's spine. Meanwhile, Damian totally killed my rapport with Yuna Song. That dude needs to learn some chill if they're going to be doing this kind of investigation. On the drive to pick up the others, I really let my anger into him. It felt like I was becoming my old self again. We did get some useful information from the bookstore thanks to Damian's relentless grilling. Considering the weird spell the Wanderer confirmed was on the store, in combination with the strange reading my soul crystal gave, something fishy is going on with the songs for sure. I started to tell Ronan, who we saw leave the bookstore, however, I did not put my heart into it and just got led on a goose chase that I gave up on after letting my worry about Melody and the others' safety take priority. Once we met up, we agreed to check out both the power plant and lumber yard if we have time. However, en route to the first destination, Katrina noticed outsider activity on her soul crystal. We parked the car and began to prepare our hearts for battle once more. Will we be safe? Why does the Wanderer seem distracted? There's only one way to find out. Let's close our eyes and sing the song of victory. It's time for episode 7 of Dreams of Infinity.
Love it. Well done. There you go. There's the Random Rhapsody coin. Now, don't forget, you gotta use it this episode. Okay. Well, Magi-Knights. Let's go ahead and get a little music going. Now, you've all parked Damian's car on the side of the road once Katrina's soul crystal started glowing, and Melody was able to determine that the source of the spectral energy is not far from your current location. It's around the corner behind a nearby warehouse, from what she was able to gather from focusing on her crystal and rolling that nat 20. Now, you've all said that you wanted to transform before you continue onwards. So, Magi-Knights, who wants to go first in their transformation?
I'll take care of it. I'll do it.
Okay. Well, in that case, Damian, the floor is yours.
Damian steps forward a little more confident than last time. A little nervous about the fire, but ready to go. And just a little more loudly says, I am hope in the darkest night. Know the fire, burn bright. And flames just cover his entire skin. All of his clothes, are extinguished and immediately replaced with this like long trench coat. The mask, it's like flames lick his face and a mask gets put on. And he's, a light in red and orange and yellow and ready to go.
Very nice. Who's going next? You all just see now Nova Seeker standing there in those flames, wreathed with that armor on, looking pretty damn impressive. So who's transforming next?
I guess I can go next.
Go for it.
So Aisha steps forward and calls out, "Stand behind me! I'll keep you safe. Come forth, shining star!" Purple armor wraps around them in a bright white light that spirals through red and blue before finally settling on that deep purple that her armor is. A star-shaped earring appears on just one of her ears as wind whips red tassels that hang down from it. A single slicked down piece of hair stands up. And her giant two-handed sword appears in her hand.
Awesome. Who's going next?
I can go next.
Okay.
Okay, so Melody says, oh, sorry. Cast no shadow, turn from light. I have come to seize the night. And then a pool of red water appears at her feet and then swirls up around her in a a whirlpool. There we go. In a whirlpool. And then it sucks her in and pulls her up into the air and spins her around inside it. And when she comes out through the top of the whirlpool, she's wearing a black and red dress and has grown claws and fangs like a vampire. And there's lots of ruffles and on her collar and sleeves, like a Victorian style outfit. And then she has a little batwing hair clips and boots.
Love it. We have 4 transformations so far, or 3 transformations so far, 2 remaining. Who's up next?
Look, I have to be either first or last.
I can go.
Okay, Katrina, go for it.
Okay. She holds her crystal out with one hand and then just holds up the other one. It says, "Wind, guide my step. This performance won't be my last. Sky Seeker." And then the wind picks up around her and whips around like a tornado. It starts at her feet and works its way up. She changes her clothes into her Magi-Knight outfit as it goes. Her buns just loosen into her hair flows loose, and the wind solidifies into a whip-like ribbon in her raised hand. And her outfit changes from her school uniform into a ruffled blouse, white blouse, and a little skirt, and I don't have a picture of it. A little capelet and high boots, all blue and white and teal. Well, aqua.
Awesome. Well done. David.
Protect those myriad hearts. Then he snaps, and the crystal waves around as his entire body is enveloped in white, as it then slowly comes back into the Nighty Knight, like light leather armor with the purple stars and galaxy pattern on it, and the gem slams into the chest and extends out, forming the constellation Libra. The discordant Nighty Knight, Cacophony.
Love it. Well done, everybody. You now all stand in the road, on the sidewalk, I should say, in your Magi-Knight guise, full of power. The elements whip around you as you all transform, and as the dust settles, you all look amongst the 5 of you. You know that right around that corner, something's going on, something's happening. How do you proceed?
Carefully?
Yeah, right? Yes.
Hopefully. Absolutely.
Can we try to sneak up and peek around to see what's going on before we just run in there? Or do we think that they have heard us?
I'm gonna go to
think.
the corner.
Oh. Go ahead, Hana. Sorry.
I said I would just go like to the corner of like that building in the street and like kind of peek.
Peek.
Okay.
While Aisha's walking up, I'm just gonna whisper to everyone. It feels really weird doing this without Levi. Has anybody heard from him?
Haven't heard a thing. He
I haven't
ran
seen him in
off.
a couple days.
He ran off and he wasn't at school.
Yeah, that's true. He wasn't at school that day, and the last time you all saw him was when you had dropped him off before heading for your investigation phase the previous evening.
God, I hope he's okay.
It's only been a day. It's probably fine.
All right.
Maybe he's on a business trip with his family.
But Starseeker, you said you wanted to sneak up ahead and kind of look around. So, excuse me. Sorry about that. So go ahead and give me a stealth check first, and then a perception check.
Okay. We're there. 15 on the stealth. Is that a natural 20? Yeah, it's a natural 20 for a total of 18 on the perception.
Nice.
That's crazy.
You hunker
We can
down
see everything
against, yeah. You hunker down against the wall and start making your way around to the corner, peeking your head around to see what you can see. In the distance, you can see that there are there is down the alleyway. There is a big old dumpster, and beyond that, still you can see that there is a man wearing a dark robe with a hood pulled up over his head. He seems to be directing, or at least talking to, another individual who is standing on top of the hood of a dark blue truck.
That's
Beyond that,
normal. That's
yeah,
standard
that's
behavior.
totally normal.
Totally.
Beyond that, still, you can see that you're actually up near the waterfront. The river is right behind them, and the person that's on the truck seems to be talking downward towards, well, the river in Loropa typically has a lot of concrete work on the side of it. Very often there's stairways that lead down to a lower area right up against the water where like technicians can come in and work, or boats can dock, that sort of thing. So he seems to be up there yelling down towards something that's going on down by the river. With that 18, you can hear a little bit of what they're saying. Something along the lines of, hurry up with those boxes.
Gonna take a few steps back and go. Looks like there's two of them. Maybe more over the hill, closer to the water. They're transporting something. No outsiders yet, but definitely some cult members.
We've got the element of surprise. Should we just rush them?
Well,
They must be doing something if the crystals are reacting.
How tall are these buildings?
The building you're right up against is about 50 feet tall. You can look up and see, and it's one of those big, wide warehouses with a flat roof. You can jump. You do have a high jump. It's a little taller than your actual high jump, but it's possible you could theoretically climb up it if you really wanted to try to.
Yeah, I could land on a windowsill and then jump again the next turn.
Could I?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Could I give her a boost, like
Well, I was thinking all of us go up.
Well, if there's a, dynamic object that you can jump off of too, that could give you a boost if there's something like that.
We're not in battle yet. We haven't rolled initiative.
You are not in battle yet. You have not rolled initiative. You have a moment to kind of discuss what you're wanting to do. But since you are leading into combat, I will go ahead and let you know that for this next combat, there are 3 total dynamic objects available to you all. Now, for those of you who are just tuning into our Magi-Knights campaign, dynamic objects work in a variety of different ways for our Magi-Knight heroes. They can be used to add bonuses to their attacks, or to give themselves certain situational advantages, like, say, for example, you cut down a tree and it falls on somebody and they get pinned. That's a way to use a dynamic object. The limit is really based on our cast members' creativity and what they can see on the map. So they know that there's a total of 3 they have the ability to use during this combat scenario that's coming up. Each one can only be used by 1 person, so 3 in total can be used at some point during this combat. And I'm not going to list everything that a dynamic object can be done. Our team actually has a handout for that, but that's kind of how dynamic objects work.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and make the athletic skill check to double my jump.
Okay.
Oh, I clicked the wrong thing because there's athletics up there, but there's... Good, it's the same. It is the same. It's also a +2. So that's a 16. So that would beat what it says in the book, unless you want to add any extra modifiers.
No, I'm good on this, honestly. The warehouse is one of those typical things. It has big old wide windows with iron rod grates over them. You crouch down, jump as hard as you can. You get upwards of 30 feet right to one of those windows. You grab on with your hands onto that iron grating that's over the window. You're able to use that, get your feet underneath you again, jump a second time, flipping around to grab onto the ledge, and you are able to pull yourself up.
Oh, there's an up. There's an up map, everyone. So now that I'm up there, are those like roofs connected? Kind of like, would it be like pretty easy for us to leap from rooftop to rooftop, getting our friends free cable, and also closer to the enemies?
I'm going to make it so it's a little easier for you to see what you got going on up here. So on the roof that you're currently at, you can see that there's a big old generator near the center of the thing. And it goes just about 60 feet to a ledge right there. You can see beyond at least a little bit that the river is far beyond. It does not look like these roofs are connected in any way, but they're only about less than 20 feet between them. There's actually 15 feet between the two of them.
Oh, perfect. This is our jump distance.
Quick question. Is the map being affected at all? Because I can't see where Aisha is anymore.
That's what I'm trying
On a roof.
to... Yeah, she's...
I think we only have our own vision right now, not everybody's.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah. I have a big black box right now.
Oh, well.
You can't see your vision either? You can't see yourself?
I see myself. Sorry, I see myself, and then everything is dark.
You don't have a slight, a little tiny aura around you?
No.
Okay.
I assume that's how the second layer of height. Oh, hello.
There
Hi,
we go.
dynamic
Oh,
lighting.
I see Aisha. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I had to remove... Because it was blocked off when you all were on the lower level. I had to just get rid of it, so now that people are actually on top of it, you can see the different stuff.
No, that's perfect. I think I'd like to, burst of fire comes out from my hand and from my arm, and I have a sword and shield at the ready, and I'm gonna walk over to the corner. I don't really want to be high up. I think I'd rather approach from the alley.
Okay.
Actually, because like my concern is, jumping down. I don't want to get injured if I screw up a roll trying to like stab somebody, and I'm not really super long range.
I'm gonna do like Link's jump attack. I'm telling you now, I'm going to jump attack off this roof.
Oh, and you absolutely can. Magi-Knights can hover, too, a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, oh, shoot, but that vantage point is cool. Okay, no, I'm changing my mind. I'm going to do what Aisha did. I'm going to join her on the roof as well. Not to be, outdone, so to speak.
Can I be like reaching down to give like advantage on these jumps?
So I'm reaching for
I
Aisha instead of...
Or like roll the 8 action for each one?
Again, it's a 50-foot building. You can jump 30 feet. You can't really reach down 20 feet.
All right, well,
And
am
it's
I
just the
rolling
one roll.
twice or just the one roll? Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're just making a single athletics check.
Okay, I'm doing it now. That's a 12. Not my best.
12. But I believe that is actually good enough to jump up there.
That's the DC rules as written.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. I don't know where those rules are, but yeah, legit. Cool.
Here,
So
I'm going to go ahead and pop it so you can see it real quick. The high jump, the way it works is as a free action, you can attempt to double jump the distance. You can double your jump distance at the end of the turn by making an athletic skill check DC 12. On
cool.
failure, you take an exhaustion point. Or on failure, you may take an exhaustion point to automatically succeed.
Okay, legit. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna jump. Cool, and okay, so I make it up there. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
What's cracking?
Yeah, you go running up the flames, start looking at your boots as you leap. You grab onto that grate, do your second jump, and manage to get up to the top.
I'm gonna do my best to kind of dim my fire so that I'm not like this glowing ball of light on the
Absolutely
on the ceiling. And then approach and just peer over the edge of the far side of the building, and that's my turn. That's what I'll do.
Yeah, that's all you. While you're doing that, the rest of you, are you going to be joining your friends up on the roof, or are you going around into the alley?
I'm a short range fighter, so I'm not going on the roof.
And mid range and magic.
Yeah, I'm gonna go around the alley, even if I have to go alone.
I won't let you go alone. David will come with you.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Such a nice boy, that David.
Yeah.
He's a real nice guy.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
There needs to be at least one in this group.
We can't do this. David actually is very nice.
Skyseeker, are you going to be taking the roof, or are you taking the alley? Or are you doing something else entirely?
I will climb up on the roof with the others.
Okay. Go ahead and make your athletics check. I say go ahead a lot, I've realized lately.
That's great. Don't stop. Don't quit.
Doesn't bother me.
Everybody's
Really?
got a catchphrase.
I have a +7 and I can't do it.
Oh.
Rough.
Okay, so you have a choice. You can make it, but you have to take an exhaustion point to do so.
I don't want to take exhaustion.
Okay.
What's the
Then-
other option?
Your other option is just failing and not making it up there.
Am I caught halfway or am I still on the ground?
No, you jump, you try to reach out and grab at that railing, you miss a little bit, you kind of stick it, you slide back down and land on your feet. You're not taking any damage or anything like that, you just weren't able to make it to the top.
No, then I'll just stand there for now.
Okay. Now, those of you who are advancing, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
I keep almost rolling stem.
Can I
8.
follow?
Wait, was it just us two, or is it everybody?
I'm approaching from the top.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, that's what
approaching.
I was wondering. Do the people on top of the buildings need to stealth too?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everyone who's moving at this point needs to do a stealth check. And then we're seeing whether or not you're going to be getting a sneak attack round on this.
Can I follow the other two that are on the ground?
Yes, you can.
I'll just move behind them. Stealth, maybe I'll roll better.
Can I make a suggestion?
Hmm.
Now that I can see that there are 3 buildings and 2 alleyways, it might be wise to send somebody or 2 people down the farther alleyway as well, so we're not super clustered. Just a thought.
Where's the other alleyway? Further up?
Yeah, further to the right of the map. Like
Down
there's
here?
the building in the middle, and then there's the...
Like down here and across? But we can't cross this intersection without stealth. And apparently I'm not very stealthy.
Well, so what's happening is right now you're all making your stealth checks, and we're seeing how far you get, how far you're able to position yourself, whether or not you're noticed. So, did everybody roll their stealth checks?
Yeah.
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 I was just kind of waiting for you to say we can say them.
Star Seeker,
17.
Nova Seeker,
8.
Cacophony,
11.
Sky Seeker,
12.
Soul Seeker.
14.
Overall, not terrible. I'm going to say that most of you are able to move 30 feet before you're really noticed. So I'm allowing you can move 30 feet and get into some sort of position right now. However, you are not going to be getting a sneak attack round, because once you all get into position, Nova Seeker, you can move too. Once you all get into position, you are noticed, and that's going to be the start of combat. So once everybody moves to where they want to be in 30 feet, I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Okay. I can try to go around the building and see if there's anything in the other alley.
I was gonna say, can I include a diagonal jump onto this middle building?
Yes.
Cool.
How do you do the little arrow thing that shows you the distance?
There's a ruler. It's the 4th one down in the top left.
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2.
Oh boy, here we go.
I guess.
Remember to click your icon before you roll initiative.
Yes.
Should we be rolling?
I guess since those
Yep.
two can see in this alleyway, I'm gonna go the same way as Cat.
Yeah, everyone can go ahead and roll for initiative now. Blossom Seeker, we're going to get to you in a moment, but I would like you to go ahead and roll initiative as well, just so I know where you are in the order.
Sure.
Wow.
Oof. Rough.
Sure. Click on it.
Wow.
Got some high rolls there.
What did you do, Tensei?
Yep.
It's a really high, it's a really
I rolled
low.
a 4.
Yeah,
Or I rolled a 2, I guess. Oh, yeah, it's because that's your dexterity, because dex breaks ties.
Oh, I see.
Interesting.
I've never seen that displayed before.
me neither.
Ugh, this is rough.
It just does it that way so the turn order tracker can automatically do it, since it will parse it as a decimal point.
Makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I just
Makes
never seen it.
makes my life a little easier.
Yeah. It makes it look a little bit funky, but it makes the organization easier.
And I'm all about making my life easier.
I can't see anything around my token.
Did David move his 30 feet?
No. I mean, I moved 10.
I didn't either.
It's fine.
I need to. Wait, I gotta switch to select and move.
Yeah, I wish it would let you do
2,
both. I was coming
3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. I see you down there, little Salem icon.
I've been pinging it this whole game.
I saw him down there. We don't see him, but he's the
How do you
characters don't
ping?
see him.
Click and hold
Just-
I
while on the
see.
select. It doesn't work if you're on the ruler.
Yeah, word. Oh man, I'm so nervous.
Is it supposed to be black where I am?
Battles are like my least favorite part of like D&D, TTRPGs.
Same here. I still like them, but not nearly as much as role playing.
Yes.
We need to get y'all into a game like Masks, where even battles are narrative.
Ooh.
Oh my god, I was in the best mask game.
Speaking of which, I've been thinking about the holiday one shot I do every year, and I'm
Yeah?
kind of thinking I want to do a Powered by the Apocalypse game.
I'm down.
Yeah.
But it depends on which one. There's like a couple that are weird, but I'm down.
I actually don't like narrative combat though, so
Oh, okay.
I
I
prefer
have a
the
reference for it.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get things started. That's really loud.
Should we have had adjusted light sources since we glow?
So, yeah, I assume you all kind of dampened those down and turn them off while you're stealthing.
Oh, we can do
That's just a
that.
natural thing in my mind.
Cool.
I don't do it on the map because I want you to be able to still see a little bit on the map. Even though it is technically nighttime, you should still have a little bit of visibility. So that's kind of how it's reflected on the map.
If I put my face closer to the map, I can actually see something. Okay.
Yeah, stuff is there. You can actually see it. It's just very dark
Yeah.
because it is nighttime.
No, I just it from a distance because my eyes are astigmatism hell. I thought it was just all pure black, but now that
Okay.
I know how to focus my eyes, I can see stuff.
Fair.
All right, so there's no glow. We shouldn't be seeing glowing rings around us at all, right?
Yeah, our characters do not have an aura.
Great. Just checking.
I don't know if that's correct or not, but our characters do not have an aura. That's what I just tested when I moved over onto the roof.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, we don't have an aura, and
Okay.
that's like was why I was initially asking.
Oh shit.
Cannot see.
Yeah, you're actually supposed to have a little bit of one.
Oh, now I've got one.
Neato. I'm very excited for this. I'm very nervous. I'm very excited.
Oh, Melody's next to me. I didn't see her.
hiding in the dark.
She's very good at that.
Quiet.
She is very good at that.
Oh no, your leg's caught in a bear trap.
I think in my communicator, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Melody, what was that liquid? was that blood? Were you dancing in blood? It's kind of macabre."
Shh, we don't talk about that.
No comment.
This is the 4 Kid stub. Look at my gun.
Okay.
Water. Oh, okay. Food. It's Kool-Aid. The Kool-Aid man just showed up on the scene. Oh yeah.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get things started. And what actually happens is, as your group is making your way closer and starting to sneak about, there's something that catches their attention, and they call out, "Someone's coming!" The first person to act happens to be this dude or no, it's not that guy, it's this guy over here. He hears the call and is going to go running. So, where he is on the map, this is actually lower terrain than up here. So this is just a bridged walkway on the side of the river, kind of above the river itself. It's about 20 feet lower than this area up here. So just so you know that. This area down here is about 20 feet. He's going to be moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Or, sorry, 30. That's right there. He's going to have to use his dash action. 5, 10, 15, 20. What's going on? What happened? That's really all he can do his turn. But he came running up there. Next up, we have Katrina. Sky Seeker. What you got?
I don't think I can do anything other than move a bit. So I don't see anything. So move 30 feet forward, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, you remember, you do have move action, and bonus action, so you can move. Use your action to dash.
Because I can only make it to there and I still can't see anything. So I can use my action to dash. I don't know if I have anything as a bonus action. I don't know what bonus actions are.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Sure.
When we're measuring distances, you know how you like click and then drag to create the line? When I'm measuring, am I clicking from my icon to the destination?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Cool. Thank you.
Also, if you need to get around things, you can right click without letting go to like make angles.
I want to dash, but am I able to like dash to the corner and look around before I continue around?
Yeah,
And
I'll
not
allow you
just
to use
run
your
60
bonus
feet?
action. Yeah, I'll allow you to use your bonus action to make perception check and look around before you continue beyond a certain point.
Okay, so that's another 5 feet I moved, and I will peek around the corner because I don't want to run right into someone if there's something there.
Perception check.
Sorry, I just have to open my sheet. I'm on a laptop. I have many little tabs everywhere. Perception. Oh, really? The only thing I did well today is the initiative.
With your 10, it looks completely clear. There's nobody down the alley.
Okay, I will continue on. That's fine. 20, 25, 30. There's a couple of things here.
Yeah, what you're come up next to is a group of trash cans along the side of the wall.
Okay.
It seems
See,
suspicious.
there are two regular trash cans, one recycling one. There's also a big old dumpster beyond that.
Okay. That's as far as I think I can go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah. Can I just duck down behind the little trash can in case there's anything there?
Yeah, you can duck down as a free action.
Okay.
It's like not you're not hiding behind
Not really
it or anything
hiding,
like that
just
from
kinda-
mechanical, but yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Be a
there some
little less
cover there?
obvious.
Would there be cover there from those objects? Or is it partial cover? Or is that not a mechanic?
I'm blanking offhand. I know that's a 5e mechanic. I'm not sure if that's a Magi-Knights one cover.
I know there is for a dynamic object thing. You can do something like that, but I
Reduce
don't
your-
know
oh, no.
otherwise. Because we don't
Yeah,
have a lot of the penalties that come from ranged attacks and things. So
Okay,
I'm not
cool.
sure.
Got it. Noted.
Nova Seeker, you've been making your way up along this building, coming to the other side of it. You're not sure what it was that sparked off that you started hearing yelling, but as you're looking around, something shimmers and becomes visible for the first time, not far from where you are. In fact, right next to where you are. You see this ripple, and these things begin to appear, turning visible for the first time. There's 4 of them. They are very amorphous. They look almost like a kind of glowing blob of bluish purple light that begins to rise up in front of you along the wall or along the roof there. These creatures look to you, and a head begins to move out and form, and it almost looks reptilian in nature slightly as this blob type thing opens a wide mouth and jaws dripping with teeth, almost like a crocodile's. What it's going to do is the 4 of them
Disgusting.
swarm towards
Disgusting.
you.
I'm grossed out.
Yeah,
Cool.
wrapping around
Awesome.
you as they move. I'm going to move them a little bit to just like there. And what I'm going to need you to do is I need you to make a roll to resist magic.
What do I roll?
So you're going to be rolling whatever your magical modifier is. Your MAM. So if that's your charisma, your wisdom, your intelligence, whatever you use to cast your spells, you're going to roll that. Now, some classes have proficiency in that. So, others don't. I believe since you're a fire Magi-Knight, I believe yours is proficiency in physical. So it's just going to be the straight roll of your spell attack modifier.
So I click my intelligence then? Because that's my...
Yeah.
That's my... Yeah, okay, cool. What was that? It's a 19. Tight.
Nice.
I'll take that.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so they all start swarming around you, trying to reach out with those giant mouths and grab at you. You throw your shield up, batting away as hard as you can, trying to keep these things from grasping onto you. And you're able to dodge.
Tight. Terrifying. Awesome. Tight.
So we just found the rules for cover on
Yep.
page 195, and I just pasted it in Discord for anybody who wants to use it.
Cool.
Yeah, for the TLDR, the TLDR is cover behind an object, gain +2. Take cover as an action, reduce damage by half. Behind total cover is cannot be targeted.
So it's an action to take cover? Interesting.
Bonus
It's an
action.
action. So that there is a difference between the action take cover and being behind an
Partial
object
cover.
and gaining cover. They're two different things. One
they're
gives you a
both-
plus.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
one's
it.
an action, one is just a standard of being.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
So in this example, Cat would get +2 to their armor.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Tight. Congratulations.
Okay. That's it for the horde of spectral wisps. Next up, Aisha.
Cool. Starting right away, we're gonna get some of our buffs on trust in the face others have placed in us, or of enhancement. So I'm casting Amplify 1.
Okay.
So that costs me. I do not have it. Are all spells free MP? Is that a real fact?
3. Yes.
Yeah.
Level or at tier 1, they're all 3.
Yeah. Cool. Oops. So 5 MP. And I'm gonna use my bonus action right away to flare it. So by flaring it, so a bunch of effects in the spell. But immediately we add a reputation to attacks and rolls to resist as long as I continue concentrating on the spell. Minimum 1, so 1. And as I flared it with my bonus action, you will add my ma'am, which I believe is 5?
Your magical attack modifier is your spellcasting modifier.
Yeah,
It should be 2 or 3.
Yeah, it should be a 3 if you
Okay.
put your 16 in that stat.
Yeah. I don't know why it said 5 on the sheet. I did not fill the sheet. So yeah, it's a 3. That was just a weird box. So
Okay, so everyone is getting a +1 on their attacks and rolls to resist, and you're getting the 3 to what?
The first damaging attack until the end of this round from me.
Nice. Okay.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time? My brain didn't catch it. What spell is this? Amplify?
I'm casting Amplify 1. You're going to get a +1 to rolls to resist and to attack going forward as long as I concentrate on it. And you're going to get a +3 to the first damaging ability until either you do a damaging ability or my turn comes back up.
Awesome.
Next, I'm going to move to the edge of the building. 1. Oh yeah, it's moving with me. 2, 3, 4. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop down on this cultist below me.
You're stepping off to land on the cultist?
Do
Sit
it.
down.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, I like it. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to roll a acrobatics check for this. This is you trying to stick the landing.
That's a coordination check, right? Because acrobatics isn't a thing.
Oh, oops. Is it coordination?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be coordination.
Well,
I've got 5e brain.
You're fine. I just, for the viewers at home.
Yeah.
I'm going to. It doesn't help that I clicked acrobatics on the 5e part of the sheet. I'm gonna use my random activity coin to re-roll that, and I'm gonna click coordination this time.
Good call.
Bye bye random activity coin. Hello 19.
Hello 19.
An excellent use of that coin to just be able to step on somebody.
So what happens is this: Aisha steps up to the safety rail that's around buildings, so you can't just tumble off. Steps onto it. You just all watch as she does this little pose for a moment before stepping down, and she just drops. I'm going to have the cultist now make a dexterity saving throw to try to at least get a little bit out of this.
Such a diva. I love it.
Now that's a failure. So she lands right on top of this cultist. Boom! And then she just kind of does this little bit of a tumble, rolling a little bit, and you managed to get up. Now, since this isn't technically a full attack, I'm going to be doing the damage here like this. As a 4d6.
Whoa.
That's better than I could do.
That is wild.
I like it. It was a good situational use. I think I'm going to count this as one of your dynamic objects.
Okay with
Aisha,
I will not use it anymore.
Starseeker used their dynamic object themselves.
Nice.
I'm an idol, baby. I'm assuming that was an action, so that's my turn.
Yep, that's it. This dude is also prone, and you're just kind of crouched there next to them.
I feel
Great
bad
sword
for
to
him.
the side. I don't.
Oh, I don't.
He's a cultist. Shouldn't have been
Jinx.
such a cultist.
Yeah, don't fuck these guys.
Put that. I put that red marker to remind me that they are prone right now.
Cool.
That definitely got everybody's attention. They're pointing and yelling, "What the? Magi-Knights are here! Everybody attack!"
Wait, did we tell anybody what we're called?
They must know.
Oh, I
the
forgot.
past Magi-Knights.
In very quickly, I forgot in all of the explaining how that spell works. Did I see a body in that trash can on the ground?
What?
Say that again?
Do I see a
What?
body? Did I see a body in this trash can down here?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, there's no body in the trash.
Okay, that looks like a foot.
That is a foot. There is a body in that trash can, Matt.
Is there?
That's 100%
Oh.
a leg and a
Okay!
There is 100% a
So
body in that trash can.
That is
That's
that
Levi.
is totally
We
a
found
feat.
Levi.
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
Oh my.
It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm just getting like. Is it just like a random piece of art? Am I looking at a leaf?
It's just a random piece of art. That was not
So
Matt
funny.
doing that purposely, but it's hilarious, so let's just go with it. There's a dead body in the trash can over there.
Oh God!
I was gonna say
I'm for it.
Halloween costumes.
Can I rules lawyer a little bit? Just a skosh? Can I
Rules lawyer about what?
The random Rhapsody coin and giving it back to Hana because you said acrobatics instead of coordination.
No.
No.
Dang. All right.
No.
I'm just trying.
Nice attempt, but no.
I know I would have still clicked acrobatics accidentally.
Okay.
Instead.
Respect.
Well, it's also the same
Respect.
bonus, so it's not.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. All right, all right,
Yeah,
all
it
right,
really
all right.
is the same bonus.
Hey, I'm just trying
And
here.
when-
Anything I can do to help us out.
And I mean, I play 5e and Pathfinder most of the time.
No, I get
It's
it.
just in my brain.
Totes.
But anyway, this red cloaked dude comes running up around the staircase, sees Aisha there crouched. They're not happy at all, and they begin to start pointing at you, Aisha, crouched there, and begin to just mumble this odd sort of gibberish. You watch as this little ball of flame begins to grow right in front of their hand, and then suddenly they snap, and the ball of flame comes shooting across the way, aiming right towards you. But a 10's gonna miss. It goes right over your head. Boom! Hits the wall behind you with a little bit, leaving a bit of a cinder scorch mark along the brick wall. But that is a miss.
Phew.
After that is the cultist you just knocked down. And so they're going to get up again, saying, "You're never going to keep me down."
How dare you?
They pull out from their belt a long athame, which is a dagger, a really thin, ritual-looking dagger. And they come lunging at you, trying to attack you. That's 17 to hit.
That hits.
7 points of piercing damage as that dark black blade pierces right into your shoulder.
Oof, that
It's a
was a rough one.
Chumbawamba dagger of.
You're welcome. Okay. Next up, actually, the team took long enough of talking and moving around. Blossom Seeker, You've been running as fast as you can, jumping every so often, getting over parked cars and that sort of thing, making your way down the street as fast as you can, followed by that small black cat with dragon wings that's been floating alongside right behind you. They've been coaching you, trying to point out, okay, down this alleyway, over here, right around here. And then as you make it to this point right here, you hear the Wanderer behind you saying, I can sense them. They're close. Look, over there. And you see ahead of you a figure in red and black with long black hair standing in the middle of the road. In armor that's, well, not similar to yours, unique. And you can sense a kinship. Your soul crystal on your chest kind of glows a little bit and resonates. And that one of the person over there kind of matches as well. An ally. But in the distance, far to the north, you can sense evil. And you can certainly hear a lot of yells and sounds of spell casting. So, what do you do?
I think currently I would like to get a little bit more of a vantage point. So, if possible, I would like to get up to the roof as well. I can only move 25 feet from where I'm currently at, but I didn't know if that's where I was actually starting or what. So
yeah, that's where you're starting right there, but it's totally fine. You can get up to there.
okay.
Let's see, what is it? I believe it's an action to do your jump.
Yeah.
Let's double check real quick. Yeah, high jump, you can, as a free action, you can attempt to double your jump. So it's actually a free action to do this. That's not too bad.
Okay.
Give me an athletics check.
Nice. 17.
17. You crouch down, leaping with all of your might, grasping onto that metal grating. You do that second jump, flipping around, and land on the top. Now, that was your full movement to get to that point, but you are up there.
Do I hear it?
You definitely heard the sound of something going on behind you. You turn and look to see an individual wearing green and pink armor jumping up and landing on the roof.
I can't imagine I would start a conversation surrounded by these monsters, so I'm going to quickly, turn my attention back.
No, probably not. But you definitely at least saw it. So, Blossom Seeker, you still have an action and a bonus action.
I do. Okay. Shoot. Because for my action, I think I would like to... Yeah, you know what? We're going to go ahead and do this. We will summon Arya.
Absolutely. Go ahead, just describe for us a little bit what it looks like as you summon your familiar.
Because of me and my musical motif, you start to hear the sounds of music. It's The Pines of Rome by Respighi, and you start to notice plants begin to almost bounce jovially as this little fox creature ends up springing up into the ground, or from the ground, and it moves almost like this forward 20 feet. And I'm summoning it with the earth element.
With the earth element, okay. Are you able to pull it out and place it on the map, or do you need me to?
Let me see if I can.
You just put your cursor over the name. Yeah.
There, got it.
Perfect.
Let me see. 20, so move it. I can move
It appears
here.
where you are.
I can summon it 20 feet away from me, so.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to summon it there, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and give it the task of, what's it called? Oh, charge in.
Charge in. Tell us a little bit about that.
So charge in basically is going to, the creature's going to continue with its momentum. It's going to move 30 feet and then make an attack with a +2 attack modifier. It's just going to be a straight physical or a straight attack, so it's not going to get any of the special bonuses. And it does lower the AC a little bit, but it will at least get to do some damage.
Okay, I like it.
So I'll move it here. And then, let's see. Not quite sure what to hit to roll to attack for Aria.
Under the actions on the right-hand side of that of Aria's character sheet, you're going to see the different elements. Just click on the word.
Oh, nat 20.
Ooh.
Dang.
Wow.
We got that good
Nice.
6th Ranger
Nice.
first appearance power coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
You
here
all,
for it.
Nova, you're standing there and you see this individual jump up onto the roof. Suddenly, this music begins, and this small furry creature appears on the ground, not far from you. That comes running, charging up towards the specter thingies that are right there next to you. The spectral wisps. That's crazy. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
1 second.
Oh, shoot. Wait, what do I hit to roll for the damage?
You click the word Earth in the text field in the chat.
Oh, okay. Got it. So it was 8 plus 1, or no, just 8, or first one was 5.
Yeah, the extra +1 is the crit damage, but you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the way Roll20 works, it just automatically rolls twice for you, and we just use that damage for mechanical purposes. It just makes life easier.
Sure.
So, in total, as Arya comes charging up there, this earth energy just begins to glow from it as it lunges, jumps, swiping at one of those spectral wisps that has surrounded Damian, or Nova Seeker. The strike hits, and you can feel it through that connection that you share, Blossom. But you also notice that from that attack, your creature's attacks are considered magical. And the creature there seems to resist it. They take less damage than you were hoping they would.
Okay.
Okay. Noted.
Good to know. All right. I think that's my movement action, bonus action. So
There you go. Next up, we've got another cultist. This cultist was in the back of the truck, who had been kind of helping to lift things into that truck. They're going to move ahead 5-10 feet to right there, sliding down onto the hood, just a little bit out of what they believe to be Starseeker's range. They begin to move their hands about, and as they do so, suddenly it lets out this string of incomprehensible expletives in some strange, unknown language. So everybody that is within 60 feet of this individual, math, yeah. Yep. So it looks like Starseeker, Cacophony, Nova Seeker, the Familiar, but technically, let's see, 60 feet. Yeah, you're in range as well. Blossom Seeker. All of you, I need you to make a roll to resist, which is a purity check.
So just to clarify, this is 60 feet, like radius, like it's a circle.
Yeah, it's a
The
60-foot radius.
Got it.
It doesn't matter that they're way up on a building.
Like 50
Yeah, I
feet
did
up.
the math in my head. Yeah, it's
Okay.
still technically within range.
Okay.
Does Blossom also get the amplify bonus?
Oh, actually, hold on. I think I... Let me do that double check one more time for Blossom. Actually, no. Blossom Seeker is just out of the radius.
Cool.
Tight.
Because, downward slope.
Do you want me to roll my purity for Arya?
Yes, you do need to roll your purity for Arya, and everyone
What?
else give me your purity checks as well.
How do we add the 1 to? Do we just add
Just
it
don't.
mentally?
Just do it verbally.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
Nice
Alright,
rolls.
so
Dirty 20.
Arya got a 16, you said +1, so 17.
17.
Oh, cool.
Cacophony still needs to roll.
Yep, need one from Cacophony still.
Oh, right. Sorry. Well, 15.
Everybody succeeded. They feel this wave of something going over at all of you as these otherworldly curses begin to reach out. But you grab onto your soul crystal, focusing the purity of your heart, and you're able to push past it. So that's a good thing, because if you failed, you'd have taken 2 stress points. Okay, next up, we have a horde of mind-controlled humans. They just got to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to right there. It's going to be weird. They're going to have to use their action to dash to get right up to there. So, Starseeker, you would be able to see that a group of mind-controlled, zombie-like men and women just kind of come lurching their way up the stairs and onto the street above. Next up, we got another horde. They, however, they cannot actually see. I'm pretty sure they can. Yeah, no, they would not be able to see Skyseeker where she is. So they're going to be lumbering towards the big ruckus. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Have to use the action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. To right there, now threatening you, Aisha, down on the street below. Got one more cultist right there. He's standing on the hood, and he can kind of... Well, wait a minute. No, actually, no, he can't see David. David rolled stealth to get to that point. So, yeah, it's got to be Aisha. Everybody shooting at Aisha.
She made a lot of noise.
I'm doing my very sketchy tanking that I built this character to do.
Yep, we'll see how it works. They begin chanting a magical spell. A big orb of dirt and mud begins to form in front of their hands, and then they shoot it towards you. That's a 15 to hit.
That does not hit.
15 misses. You have your weapon in your hand, that giant sword, and as that ball of mud's coming flying towards you, you just pull the sword up and deflect it out of the way. David, Cacophony, you're
Yeah.
up next.
Hey, is this considered a horde?
The 4 lumbering, mind-controlled humans, yes, that's definitely a horde.
Okay.
You can recognize it.
Okay, well, there's like the 6, so I didn't know if they. Okay.
So if you look at the tokens, the 2 that are on the truck themselves are the cultists. They're the ones wearing the different colored robes.
Okay, got it.
And I also color-coded them for your convenience.
Okay. Cool. David's gonna hop, and come over here. Hey.
So that's going to be... are you using a dynamic object to jump up onto the roof immediately? Is that how you're doing that?
I mean, it was more just narrative. Because that's well within my...
Well, remember, that building is 50 feet tall.
Oh, 50. Okay.
Yeah, 50 feet tall. That's why everyone had to make the free action high jump to do it.
Well, yeah.
You can do it. You
yeah.
can just roll.
Absolutely, I'm going to do it. Coordination, I'm bad at that. Let's go. 23.
Without issue, you jump onto the down trash can, jump onto the dumpster, and just leap with all your might, managing to get onto the roof.
There's probably, like, wall hops.
Mm-hmm.
Whose small child
Yeah,
is
I'll allow
this?
What do you do from there?
Hey, thanks for the assist, as he's doing, like, hand motions over to, the group over here and casting Explosion. I'm going to overcharge cast Explosion, actually. Oh my god! Ugh. It's fine. You
point at those spectral wisps that are surrounding Nova Seeker, beginning to cast your spell, launching your explosion of discordant force towards it. Unfortunately, you rolled an 11. And for these creatures seem to be very nebulous. If you remember, I described them as being amorphous and just kind of a big blob of wiggly spectral stuff. Well, because they're so nebulous, the on-target number is higher than it normally would be. And when you shoot off target, you deal no damage.
Oh, no damage for these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm used to oh. Well, that sucks.
That was your action.
That was my action. Fuck, I took 2 exhaustion for that.
You did.
How dare you modify the rules as if you're some kind of game master. I can't rush cast Amplify, so you know what, whatever, we're gonna rush cast another explosion over here.
Okay, you're gonna rush cast another explosion.
Yep, I don't have a button for rush explosion. That's better.
A 20 is a success.
Oh, I get to re-roll that 1, actually. Or no, the 1 becomes a 3. That's what it is. So 8 down to 4 damage to each of them.
You cast your spell. It goes off, hitting them this time with that discordant force. Boom! Actually, I do have a sound for that, don't I?
Do you have it? Do you have the sound from the mind of Michael Bay?
Kinda, sorta. Where'd I go? I forget which one it was, honestly. It's okay. Anyway, as that's... Oh, I think it's this one.
Oh yeah, that sounds accurate.
Yeah, it's pretty okay.
Pretty okay?
It's alright.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't shake my house like when I watch Oppenheimer, but it's fine.
Fair enough. Well, anyway, the explosion happens. It does take damage, but the creatures did seem to resist it.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, and who are you?
Do you really think now is time for introductions, or would you like to wait until after we're done?
Oh, I can multitask.
Well, I like this guy.
Now, at the end of your turn, Cacophony, you're watching those spectral creatures, and you definitely see a little bit of wear from the damage of your spell. Not nearly as much as you were hoping for, but some. However, they then begin to reform. The parts that were blown away reabsorb back into them and grow outward again, healing just a little bit of the damage they did. Now, I'm going to allow you to make an insight check as a free action as you're watching this.
Yeah, of course.
Can I? Well, I mean, I imagine I'm seeing it.
That's a 21.
Never mind. I don't need to.
As you're observing this whole thing, you realize that the magic hurts them, but whenever they're hit by magical damage, they restore some of their being, their hit points, at the end of any turn.
Everything we do is magic.
Real quick, did you include the plus
Step
3
on them.
from Amplify?
Did you add the?
Oh no, so
That
well,
would've been
one more
something like
damage
the
would have
first
taken it to
one.
9, so round it down. It's still the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And my first one wouldn't have hit because the normal DC for explosion is 16, and if Matt says it's even higher, then
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just making sure the damage.
yeah, no, it wouldn't have actually increased anything.
Oh, well.
Well.
Finally, it's my turn.
Well, it would be your turn if it weren't for the fact that 4 more materialize into view.
I feel your pain.
I mean, Tensei did ask for it.
Are you serious? This is because Tensei opened his mouth?
He asked for it.
When?
Earlier, he was like, give us more enemies, Matt. I thought you were going to ignore that. I should have said, please, no.
Too many enemies.
I said
did not
please.
hear that.
This is going to be a hard
Nah,
one.
not really.
It's fine.
It's gonna be hard and long.
These are going to be moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 to right there. They've seen the two of you. They recognize that you're there. They're moving to come towards you, but they had to use their movement and action to do so. Now it's Melody's turn.
Okay, so would I easily hear that there's a scuffle going on where Aisha is from where I am?
Definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna go that way instead, so she's not there alone. And I can move 40 feet, so I'm just gonna do 2 move actions for my turn.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know how to do this.
You'd always jump over the building, like more of a straight line, instead of having to...
Well, wouldn't I have to make it up there first?
That's fair.
Okay, so
Technically,
I can get to here.
Gross.
Blinking time.
Alright, and then I guess that's my turn.
Okay. That's your turn, and at the bottom of turn order is Damian, who's currently surrounded by a bunch of weird random shit and also a little fox creature.
So if I swing my sword at one of these, it just takes out one of them? Like they all collectively, they have a collective hit point pool and an individual hit point pool? How does that work?
So from a technical standpoint, hordes have individual hit points, but they function as a group. So if you take out one creature of a horde, the other three are still there, but they're less powerful overall. They attack as a group. They move as a group. They each have their own individual hit points, but overall, the horde has a hit point that is the total of the four sums.
Okay, so you made a horde that we have to hack away one at a time, or, it just continues to heal itself, basically?
That's what it seems like.
Cool. Yeah. All right, then God, is there a way that I can attack twice? I guess not. Yeah, I will attack with, seeing how they reconstitute themselves. Damian, instead of using his magic, is going to swing at, I guess, this one right here.
This one right here? Absolutely.
Is it working? Sorry, I'm trying to click on it. Oh, I had my ruler. That's why. This one, diagonal to me. So I'm just gonna swing my sword. Do I click the name or the attack or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you click the attack name.
Okay, that's gonna be a 7 to hit. Can I, after the roll, choose to do veil piercing, or do I have to do that before I roll?
The veil piercing is an ability that it is just inherent in the sword. Let me try to remember what it is.
It said I can ignore my attack roll and just do damage. Instead of rolling. So I have to choose to do it. Okay, yeah, well, I rolled a 7,
Okay, and that is a failure, unfortunately.
Yeah, bummer. And is there an attack of opportunity, like if I try to run away?
Yes, there are attacks of opportunity and things like that.
Yeah, cool. Okay, cool.
Sorry about that. Okay, well, that is the top of the turn order now. So why don't we go ahead and take a 10-minute break before we get into the rest of this combat? Things are looking a little grim for our heroes right now. Will they be able to pull out of it? We will see. Stay tuned.
Finish us.
We've been with it, yeah.
I think so.
Well, howdy, everybody. We are back. And when we last left off, we were at the top of the turn order, and a bunch of cultists have got the Magi-Knights right where they want them, it seems. We're going to see what happens anyway. Let's see. This guy here is the first one. It's the dude in the black robes. He's going to move 10 feet, 15 feet to climb up to right there. And he's taking a shot at our very lovely Star Seeker, who's just right down there. They begin casting this spell, and as they do so, this dark orb begins to form in their at their fingertips that they launch at you. Yeah. There we go. That's a 7. Missed. No. Gotta love that. Katrina, you're up next. You can hear a lot of sounds of battle, but you haven't seen really any of it.
Nope. Was I able to see or hear those people who ran off at the end of the alley?
No, I would say that like it was just too dark for you to see them.
Couldn't hear them?
Oh, you definitely heard them, and you've heard a lot of sounds of battle coming from somewhere to your northwest.
Oh, move up 30 feet. I still don't reach anything?
Don't forget, you also have those dynamic objects.
Oh yes, there's these objects. Ah!
I'll pop that out so you can see it.
I was trying to see the map.
Sorry.
Add 2 to weapon, double the height of your jump, reduce stress. Can you reduce stress with objects?
Yeah, you pick up a kitten and cuddle it.
Go just poke the body with a stick for a while.
Yeah, there you go.
The body in the dumpster.
Maybe it's a cultist body. Reduce stress.
That's so funny.
Am I able to climb, use this dumpster to climb onto the roof and run across the roof?
I'd say that, yeah, you can use the dynamic object of the dumpster to double your jump without you making a roll for it.
Okay, so that's 20 to get up onto there, and
Another 5 to get over onto the roof.
so I can move one step.
You take this running jump, leaping onto the recycling bin, onto the dumpster, and just double jump as hard as you can, flipping onto the roof.
I can't see anything. Okay. Nothing up here.
Nothing up there.
I can see those things across.
Yeah, if you have a ranged attack, you could attack them across.
And Cat would have no clue that they're magic resistant. They're too far. I think I only have 60-foot range.
Try the one just above. Here, hang on. Try. Is that still 65?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Frick.
But if it's an
And
area
I
of
can't-
effect,
I don't have any area of effects. I only have single
Oh.
attacks.
gotcha.
Bummer.
Could you?
Double check.
You can shoot farther. I can't remember what the rules
I'm
about
double
it are,
checking
though.
information.
You would be able to probably see the tip of this dude's head right there. He is standing on top of a truck hood.
Okay. I can't see him unless
No.
I zoom in a lot. He's in the
I don't know.
dark.
50
Actually,
feet
I
is
don't know.
really
Maybe
high.
not. Yeah, it's really high. Probably not.
Because I'm high and I'm not near an edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Mm,
you probably
gosh.
wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna have to dash and get closer to things.
It's the last time you listen to me, I guess.
I mean, that's still like way closer than
Yeah.
if you had like dashed up and over. And like there's like options now.
And what she will do is she will just crouch down a little. Not too low, but crouch down just so that anyone on the ground would have trouble seeing her so much. Do I have to do anything
That's
for
fair.
that?
Nope, nothing at all.
Next time I should be able to do
Honestly, honestly, you're far enough away that they're not going to see anything. Next off is the Spectral Wisp's turn. That's around Nova Seeker. So I'm going to need you to make a roll to resist magic.
Don't forget, +1.
Mm-hmm. Heyo, nat 20.
Ooh, nat
Plus
20.
1.
These things are swarming you, trying to grab at you, pull you in, and you're just dodging back and forth, using your sword and your shield to push them away. Very nice. Aisha, Starseeker, you're up next.
I have a lot of options, but I'm gonna look back, give Soulseeker a quick, acknowledging smile as in, you've got my back, and I'm gonna, without moving, add Mr. Green Hood.
Aiming at Green Hood on the roof. Love it.
Is he on the roof?
She got that giant double-handed weapon.
Core. Where is it? There it is. Oh, yeah, can I retroactively say I flared Amplify beforehand?
What does flaring do?
It lets me, if I don't even know if I'm gonna hit, but it lets me and the squad, with my bonus action, add my mam to damage.
Yeah, I like it. Go for it.
Yeah, cool. So 14 to hit.
14 just hits.
Yeah. Cool. And then I hit, this little box in here to do damage?
Yep, hit where it says Defender's Mass Weapon in the chat text.
Cool. That is 14 plus 3, 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. With that massive weapon, you just do this twisting strike overhead, slashing through the cultist. He cries out in pain, grabbing the wound. He looks severely hurt.
This is the green one, the one on the truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
Nice.
Thought you were out of range, didn't you? And that's my turn.
The blue and
Okay.
white is the one you jumped on, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's hurt
and
too.
I swear, everyone has the +3 to their first damage again.
Okay, next up is the cultist in red, who's, God, they're bottlenecked at all hell here. 5, 10, 15, 20, to get up there, 25 feet. Can't see really anyone but Aisha and kind of sort of Melody. And I think he's going to really see Melody as the threat. I'm going to grant you a +2 to your AC for this because they're shooting around a corner, and it's a little bit of a wonky shot, Melody.
Okay. Did you already roll?
I'm getting ready to.
Oh, okay.
One
Just making
second.
sure I didn't-
They're casting their Searing Word. That's a 15.
Thank you for the +2 because you would have hit.
Yeah, that corner of the building there, it's really hard to hit around. It throws the ball of fire, but it goes wide right over your head. And it misses.
Okay.
Next up is the cultist that's right next to Aisha. He was not thrilled about the fact that you landed on him. He's still pretty pissed off, so that dude's going to be stabbing at you with his dagger. That's a 20.
Cool. I'm going to use my reaction to cast Barrier.
Tell us about Barrier.
So I can use my reaction to cast Barrier and pull up a magic barrier. Since it's a physical attack, I can reduce it by a number, whatever damage I get, by a number of points equal to a d4 rolls. I roll a number of d4s equal to my man. Yeah, equal to my man.
Nice.
So I roll man plus reputation level. Sorry. So minimum 1, so 4. I roll 4d4. And that's over here. D4. 4 of them.
Oh my gosh.
And I take no damage.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's
yeah,
Really
you
good roll. For people who can't see, that was 4, 4, 4, 2 for 14 total. I was like stunned for a second staring at it.
That is impressive. So he slashes at you with that dagger, but as your reaction, you cast your barrier spell. The dagger just smashes into it, this long, dark cut against the force field in front of you. But you take no damage. Very nice. Blossom Seeker, you're up next.
All right, so this is going to be a bit of a slow turn for me. Realizing that Miss Arya unfortunately isn't doing too much, I'm going to let her rest. So I'm going to let go of focus on her. So she's going to become passive, and then I am going to use my spell, Empowering Element, to give my weapon an additional boost to damage. So it'll become a 3d4 instead of a 1d4.
Nice. 3d4, technically magical damage.
I just looked and said physical.
Does say physical?
It says physical.
Okay, there you go.
So,
Love it.
and since I can't really do much as far as a bonus action, and I don't want to leave my new buddy alone, I will just hold steady for now.
Okay. Well, you cast your spell, your parasol begins to glow with a strange ethereal light that reflects the element that you have, but like you said, physical damage, which is always nice. You kind of need physical damage. Next off, we got the cultists that just got pounded by Starseeker. They did not like that at all. They are going to start backing up away from you, which does provoke an attack of opportunity from you, Starseeker.
Wait, do you still need your reaction?
What's that?
I don't have my reaction anymore.
Oh, that's right. You don't have your reaction. Yes, thank you. You do not have your reaction, so it would not provoke that. It's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. You hear it pointing, or you don't hear it pointing, but you hear them yell as they point. Get over there and capture them! And that's going to be it for their turn. The mind-controlled humans that he just ordered is going to be moving around them 5, 10, 15. They're trying to climb over this. And it's really weird because, you know, they kind of have to do this one at a time. But in the end, they've managed to get themselves around the truck and down using their action and their bonus action. Or not the bonus action, but their action and their movement.
Now that's a horde.
Oh my god.
Now that
God.
is indeed a horde.
I looked up and there it is. Wow. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12,
Of
12
the-
people?
The one horde moved, the second one did not. They now get to do their attack at Aisha, which is an overwhelming attack. I need you to roll to resist physical.
Okay. Is that, Sorry, I'm forgetting.
It's either your... It's going to be either your strength or your dex.
Thank you. Oh, crap. I'm sorry. Apparently Advantage was on. I don't know how that happened.
No worries, but I believe you just get a +1 to that 7, so that's going to be an 8.
Mhm.
That is a failure. These 4 individuals, they look like just regular people. You know, they're wearing suits and ties. A couple of them are, or at least one of them is wearing a dress. They all come running at you, grabbing you, and just start pummeling you down. Boom, boom, boom. And you're going to take 8 points of physical damage.
I'm going to, instead of doing that, I can take a point of exhaustion to lower the MP cost of a spell, right?
What ability is that? Well, remember, you don't have your turn yet. You haven't had your turn yet,
Yeah,
so you still don't have your reaction.
I can spend another to make it immediate.
Okay, so it would be 5 points of magic?
Maybe I misread this. Real quick. Barrier. Can cast this... It does... I was trying to remember... I thought it was another point of exhaustion to quicken a spell. Does it increase the MP cost?
I think that... Well,
No. No, it's just... If you're...
So, rushing a spell, what are you trying to use it with?
barrier.
Barrier. Okay, so it
Rush.
increases it by 1 spell tier.
Oh wait, hold on. Rushed and quickened are 2 different things. I forgot.
Maybe I can.
Yeah, you increase its MP cost by 1 spell tier, or take an exhaustion point.
Oh, I can take an exhaustion point. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it increases it by a spell tier, and then you can always take an exhaustion to lower it by a spell tier.
Okay. So I would still need 3 MP at the end of that, then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Cool, I'm unconscious.
Okay. So, as they're pummeling you, you go unconscious, or you're about to. You're being hit over and over and over again. When suddenly, as you begin to drop, time freezes. You hear in your voice, or in your head, a familiar voice. The voice of the Wanderer. The Wanderer says, Aisha, no! You can't go unconscious yet. You can save yourself. You can keep yourself up. You can keep yourself fighting. But every choice comes with a cost. If you do stay conscious, your crystal will fragment a little bit.
Yeah.
But don't worry, it's not too bad.
Of course. I gotta stand fighting for my friends. I can't fall now. I'm taking the crack.
Okay, so going unconscious, you take a crack immediately. Choosing to stay awake, you take a second. So you hear in your ear this sound. And 2 cracks form along your soul crystal. But you manage to stay up with 1 hit point. That's it for their turn. Next off, you hear another one of those cultists. He's whooping and hollering, seeing one of the knights begin to slip and go down for at least a moment. They are casting their spell and targeting you, Melody.
Okay.
Soul Seeker, I should say. Sending an earth attack at you. That's a 14 to hit.
Ooh, barely misses.
You duck down just in time as that big ball of mud goes flying towards you.
Ooh.
David, you're up next.
My entire arsenal does not work against these guys.
Hate it when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, if only this was the older version that we were playing and I had 3 spell paths right now. I could also do transformation. Okay. All right. We are going to... I want to look at the dynamic object rules again for a second.
Okay.
Dynamic objects. Here we go. Or dynamic situations?
Dynamic objects. This one.
Okay, alright. No, that's introduced by you.
I have a question. What is this thing next to Damian?
It's like a giant air conditioner.
Okay. Can I use the floor as a dynamic object? Or the ceiling, the ground of where we are on the roof of this building?
I mean, what are you trying to do here?
I am attempting to restrain a horde or vassal by collapsing the ground with sonic vibration.
These guys are floating, aren't they?
Same brain.
They are floating. They are spectral.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to do anything.
Okay.
So I would say that like collapsing the floor would not work to restrain them. You can still figure out a dynamic object to restrain them. I'm perfectly fine with that, but like describing blowing out the floor or something just doesn't work narratively.
What if?
No, I don't think... Please, go ahead.
What if like? Because I mean, this is like mostly for like flavor and stuff. In Rule of Cool, what if like you hit the sound vibration and instead of it like dissipating, it holds in place and like restrains them like that?
Wait, hold on. No, that's very close. Matt, you described these as like nebulous, amorphous, almost not really solid, right?
Yes, I did.
Can I destabilize them?
Ooh.
With sonic vibration?
Interesting. You know what? Let's see. It's a ranged object attack to do so. Yeah, I'm going to allow it. Roll. You're focusing on a point, trying to get them frozen with your magic. I want you to make a ranged spell attack. So it's just going to be a d20 plus your magic attack modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Wait, is that right? Oh yeah, because I have because of my weapon. Because I get the extra 2 because it's a magical implement.
Which horde are you attacking? The one closest to you, or the one?
Yeah, the one that's right next to me.
Got it.
Can I do dynamic objects as bonus, or is it standard?
I'm pretty sure it's just No, it's a free action. Using these dynamic objects is entirely optional and uses a free action.
Okay, yeah. 18.
I'd say 18 is enough. You focus your magic, balling it up, trying to figure out the perfect resonance for these amorphous, odd creatures. You point directly towards them. You put your hands down onto your turntables, and you let off this just crazy blast.
No, wrong.
Yes,
No.
yes.
No.
And all of them just freeze, grabbing their hands or grabbing their what should be ears with their blob-like hands, and they're just frozen in place, restrained for this next round. Prone. Yeah, prone.
It says restrained.
Or restrained, yeah, restrained.
You can restrain
restrained, yeah,
horde
restrained.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're restrained.
Okay.
So you're kind of hating yourself a little bit as you pull your finger away from that button.
I don't know what
But
you're
they
talking about.
are technically.
I got headphones.
Oh.
No, we hate you a little bit. I think
You all hate. Everybody else hates me.
Yeah.
That
and
was
then,
good.
Standard action. I am going to cast my own amplify, which increases the bonus to hit and damage by an extra 1.
2. Yes, now it's 2.
There's no use doing the flare because flares can't overlap.
Is Aisha still in play when she's unconscious?
I'm not unconscious.
Oh, you woke up, but you got
Yeah.
knocked down.
I didn't even get knocked
But
down.
you
Got
got
back
up
up again.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, you don't lose
How
it
many-
unless you actually go down.
Yeah. How many times per episode can we make that
muted, Matt.
joke?
Let's find out.
Let's
He's
find out.
still muted.
While Matt is unable to actually speak to us, I'm the GM now.
Yeah, you wish.
And
But
then-
we'll see. We'll see what happens with your little joke. But anyway, you've used your action so far. You still got movement bonus action.
Oh. I do still have bonus action. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do with it because doing only a quarter damage to these. Well, you know what? It is still damage. It is still something. Let's explode. Let's rush explode these dudes that are right in front of me. Nope.
Afraid not. You cast the spell and you're hoping they're going to take some damage, but they just seem to shrug it off.
Don't you get +2?
Yeah. I thought there was amplify.
I do. I did 14.
I did.
But he said it's still. He
Oh.
said it's higher than the standard 16 anyway.
Oh,
So
right, I forgot.
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine.
Well, that's it for Cacophony's turn. The spectral wisps are restrained. Let's take a look and see what all restrain does.
Oh, tiny movement.
Okay, restrained. For Magi-Knights Awakening, restrain means something or someone is holding you in place, making sure you don't leave or go anywhere. They obviously just want to give you a big, tight hug or want you to stick around and hang out some more. It's tough to be so needed. Anyone restrained, their movement, the movement action generates 0 movement. You cannot cast spells or use reactions. The range of your weapon attack is reduced by 5 feet, or reduced to 5 feet. You have disadvantage on roll to resist. As a standard action, you or an ally can attempt an opposed skill check. On a success, you break free of the source that's restraining you. If you are physically restrained, you may use athletics. If you're magically, you can use mysticism. If you're flying, you begin falling 60 feet per turn while the ground's underneath them. So that doesn't matter. And if the source that is inflicting this condition on you becomes exposed, unconscious, or defeated, this condition is removed, which is none of these things. Technically, it doesn't say anything about attacking, so it could attack if anything was near it, but nobody's near it, so that's totally fine.
Yeah,
so it's going to have to use...
It explicitly says it can attack, but it's only 5 feet.
Yeah, so it can't do shit. It can't move. It's going to use its action to try to break free of the restraint.
All right. Are you, because this is a little bit of a mix, are you going to count this as a magical or physical restrainment?
I'm counting it as a physical restraint.
Okay. And I know they use athletics. Do I use the same attack, or is it versus athletics?
It's honestly it's just versus whatever I'm going to call what the DC is, because you used a dynamic object to do it. I was thinking it needed to beat a 13, which is pretty fair considering these circumstances. What I rolled was a 5. So, yeah, no. It's restrained. That's it for their turn. Melody, you're up next, and there's a lot of shit in front of you right now.
Yep. Okay,
Melody, there is so much blood in front of you right now. Just think of it.
Use it. Blood bent.
If I could just mow through them. But probably not. I'm going to attack the blue cultist first with my claws.
Please.
I will remind you there is still one dynamic object left if you want to use it.
Oh, I thought we used all 3.
Yeah, I thought we hit 3.
Let's see. One was Aisha.
Falling. The 2 was a dumpster and 3 was a sideways.
You're right. 2 is the dumpster and 3 is the sideways. You're right. It is 3.
Mm-hmm.
My mistake.
That's okay.
Dumpster.
Alright, here we go. Is 18 a hit?
18 definitely hits.
Okay, good. And then to do the damage, I click on it in the chat, right?
Yes.
So that becomes 8.
Oh, yeah, because I get
8.
plus 3. Right, 8.
Does that stack with David's Amplify? Is that 6?
The flare part does not stack.
Bummer.
Yeah.
But the aura that you did, is it just to attack or is it to both attack and damage?
Attack and damage.
And then you get another 3 on top of that for the flaring that was previous?
Wait, the aura
so it would be
damage too?
No.
I think so. Hold on.
I think it's just to hit.
I thought it was just attack.
Attack.
I thought it was just attack.
Attack and roll to resist, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Attack and
thought.
Resists. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's 8 points of damage.
Yes.
You slash at them, cutting into them deeply. They are severely wounded. You can see now the magical blood kind of dripping down from that slash. They are still barely hanging on.
Okay, then I'll use my second attack on them too. Oh, yay, that's definitely a hit.
More than enough.
3 damage. I hope that's enough.
It actually is.
Oh.
You slash that second time, cutting through them. They cry out in pain and drop to the ground, unconscious.
Okay.
you can still like move while remaining in a threat range.
Oh, absolutely.
You should
Yeah.
become adjacent.
Oh, like to where you are? Next to you?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stand over the unconscious guy.
Yeah, you could just kind of climb on top of him, stand on his chest as you're right next to Aisha.
He just loves having people step on him today.
That's the name of the episode. Step on me.
That better be. When I look at the YouTube video later, it better say that.
I assume that's it for your turn.
Yes, it is.
Damian, you're up next.
I'm just gonna swing wildly again at the same little wispy dude. That guy there. With this time I am gonna use Veil Piercing though, and just hit him.
Okay.
So that's an automatic hit, and it's gonna be 8 to hit.
8 points of damage, you mean?
Sorry, yeah, 8 points.
You slash through them with your sword, cutting them deeply. You watch as that amorphous blob kind of separates a little bit, revealing a large gash that just oozes this dark black substance. It's severely hurt, but it is still up.
Okay. I mean that's my turn.
Okay, we got another cultist who's going to be moving up, sending an attack at Melody. This is that void one, so it's a crushing word that is a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits this time.
4 points of void damage. What is your element?
Water, blood.
Okay, so this does not affect you anything more than the 4.
Okay.
Skyseeker,
you're up next.
Okay. I'm going to move a little closer to the edge. I can't really see the colors, but there's one that was hurt before that ran back.
Mm-hmm.
Green
It's
one.
this one over here.
Can I see that one? Or if I move one up?
If you moved one up, I would say yes, definitely. You'd be able to see them.
And it's 45 feet, so I can beam them?
You can beam them.
So I have to remember how this works. It's been a while.
Basically, just click on the beam attack in your attack options, and it should roll for you.
15 plus 1.
15 does hit.
It's +2, technically.
Oh, plus 2, sorry, 17. So 17 plus the, was it 3 damage for air? 3 damage for the, what's it called? Aura thingy.
Yeah, absolutely. You point down, casting your spell. This beam shoots out. Hits the guy right in the back as he's running away. He goes flailing forward and lands on the ground, unconscious.
Nice.
Okay. There's still 2 standing. There's a 2 or 3. I can't see there. There's 3.
There
on the
are
truck?
3 men in ropes right here on the truck.
I don't know. I don't know exactly how to use the spell as a bonus action. So I will.
So essentially, what you're doing is you're quick. What was it? Rushing a spell.
Yes.
So rushing the spell allows you to use it as your cast the spell as a bonus action. It still costs the same amount of magic, but it only does half the damage. So whatever you roll, we half it.
Half the damage. Oh, there's my mana points. So it's like, where's my mana points? Okay. None of those have been hurt yet.
Correct.
I can't see any colors, so I don't remember what's not good against what.
I don't think we have any elemental information on these cultists anyway.
Yeah, I can't see what color they are, so I'll just tack the one that's here.
Well, Matt has described not only their color, but what magic they've cast.
One of them's a void, I know that. Which I think is this one, but I can't really see the colors from where I am, so I will attack this one.
Which one?
The one
The
that...
yellow one.
The one in front? Okay.
The one in the closest one.
Amarillo.
Yep, absolutely.
So it uses the same, it does half damage, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, 14?
14 just hits.
Ooh, nice.
Whew.
So it's 21 air damage halved. So 10?
Yeah, well, it would normally do 10 points of damage, but that is the one that's been casting this earth magic the entire time. You strike it with your air beam weapon, and it does twice the damage that it normally does.
Nice.
So it does 20.
Yay! So
Wild.
20 damage.
So it's doing 20 points of damage, which is enough to slam this guy back, and he goes flying, landing on the ground, on the edge, and then tumbling down to the lower level. He is unconscious.
Yay!
Oh, good job.
Finally, I did something. I couldn't reach
You
the
Finally
shadow.
did something. That was amazing.
I'm all out of magic, though.
It's fine. Just take an exhaustion point to cast a spell at return.
Yeah.
Well, right now...
Yeah, that'll be all right.
I think I still have some movement. I will take one step back and just kind of duck down, hopefully more out of view from those other casters. For now.
Absolutely. Taking out 2 cultists is a pretty big win for you. No
That's
doubt about
huge.
that.
That's awesome.
Next up, we have the spectral wisps that's surrounding Damian, Nova Seeker. So I need you to roll to resist physical again.
24?
24. More than enough. These things are swiping at you. They're getting frustrated. They're trying to rip away your soul. But you're just dodging, deflecting with your shield, deflecting with your sword, keeping them at bay. Aisha, you're up next.
Yeah, I definitely am, and I guess, I can still attack hordes, even if, so I'm just gonna attack Mr. Ty in front of me. I click this.
Mr. Ty, fair enough.
I think I've clicked it. Hopefully I did. It looks like I did not successfully target it. Oh, so that's 22.
22?
Yeah. And I'm flaring.
Definitely hits.
Cool. So then I click here. Oh! I'm up above a 16. So that means staggering blows comes into effect.
It does.
Which I definitely need to jump over to Soul Armaments to remember exactly how staggering bolts work. I should write that down on a sheet.
Basically, it knocks people away 10 feet.
Hot dog. Look at you. Thank you. Cool. I don't know if that actually matters for a horde now I'm thinking about it. 8 plus 3 is 11.
Well, 11 points of damage is enough to take out that first human horde. You slam it with that gigantic weapon of yours, and he goes down.
We just gotta wait till the last one. And that's the end of my turn.
Next up, we have another one of the cultists who's going to be moving up and taking a shot at Melody. Sending a fireball at you. 21 to hit.
Oof. Yeah, it hits.
I'm gonna use barrier. I'm gonna take a point of exhaustion to make it cost 0 MP, and I'm gonna, since Soul Seeker is adjacent to me, I can apply it to her and roll, since that's magic, 48.
You can.
I have a question though. Since it's fire, am I strong against it? I don't remember what the.
You are strong against it. You technically would have been taking half that damage. It would only have been 5.
Okay, it's up to you if you still want to use
I'm
that.
still doing it.
You're still going to do it?
Yep.
Okay.
That is in character.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
As you see that fireball flying towards Soul Seeker, you just react and throw up that barrier, deflecting the magical damage that was about to hit her.
Where do I? Exhaustion. And cool. So I take 1 point of exhaustion.
1 point of exhaustion. Blossom Seeker, you're up next.
Cool. Let's see. I think. Move. Oh my gosh. There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can move right there. And then I'm going to hit this one here.
Go for it.
Plus 2, probably 10. Not enough.
Let me take a look real quick. What is... No, unfortunately, a 10 is not enough.
It's okay. Not used to having a weapon. This is new.
You swing with that parasol, trying to hit the spectral creature, the spectral wisp in front of you, but it just dodges out of the way, watching and wary from you.
Enemies.
Next up, we've got the Horde, right there next to Melody. They are going to be kind of moving around a little bit to surround you, Melody. Good news is there's only 3 of them. One of them has been defeated. So I'm going to need you to roll to resist physical.
Okie dokie. Which stat do I use?
Strength for Dex.
Oh, I get to choose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can choose one or the other.
Shoot, when you told me to roll to resist physical, I rolled intelligence because I've just been rolling the same roll to resist.
No, when the spectral outsiders are attacking, they're doing roll to resist magic. The hordes that are down below, they're doing roll to resist physical. It's just two different things. So you did roll correctly.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I got a 16.
A 16 is a success.
Nice. 18 technically, right? With Amplify?
Oh, yes, 18.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. That's it for that one's turn. Next group is doing the same thing at Star Seeker, so I need you to roll resist physical as well.
QP. What's his strength this time? 15.
15 is enough. They are lunging at you, trying to grab at you, but you just dodge out of the way. You're much more wary now that they've kind of knocked you out a little bit. That guy's unconscious. Cacophony, you're up next.
Okay. So I'm gonna do a weird movement here. So I'm gonna move this way. To
You can move
avoid...
35 feet?
I do move 35 feet because of some of the stuff I took as a void player.
Nice.
So yeah, that way. So that avoids all of the it avoids all of the spaces.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I mean, even that's really only 35, but...
Yeah, technically you could do that.
No, that takes me into attack of opportunity range.
Oh, I see, because you captured... Okay, got it.
Yeah, I'm having to go around all the guys.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But that's fine. Now I can see down into this horde of people. All these awful people. These are hordes, right? Like they're not in.
Yeah.
Because I know I
hordes.
asked earlier, but we had. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's overcharge an explosion on the one in the back.
The group of 4.
Yeah.
That doesn't have a downed person.
Yeah. Let's do it. Overcharge explosion 22.
Woo!
Woo!
Nice.
Nice. 24.
Tell me that. 24. Yeah. Tell me it hits, Matt.
Of course it hits. Why would you assume it wouldn't hit?
Because I don't know.
Really?
I also
Like
wouldn't
what? What are you? What are you saying? Are you just looking for validation? Is that what you want?
Yes, I am. Is that so bad?
You
I want to be validated.
You are valid. You are valid, my friend. You hit them.
Thank you. That means so much to me. Okay.
I just want to see your face when you say
Love it.
Cool.
25 damage because I am also flared.
Jesus Christ.
25 to all 4 of them.
Gee, I wonder if that takes out this horde. Let me think. Cacophony. Tell me real quick, describe for me how this looks.
I think this is very, very similar to what he had done up on, or what he was planning to do, like up on the roof, where it's just like ethereal speaker appears above them and just blast. I'm sorry, I smacked my mic. Mashes down and like thrusts them all into the ground with enough force to crack it below them.
Yeah, the ground beneath them just cracks and kind of goes down a little bit like a DBZ freaking move. And then they all just drop unconscious on the floor.
That was almost maximum damage. I could have done more.
So that was your action and your movement. You got a bonus action for me?
Do it again.
I've still got 2 spells in me. I can't do it. I don't think I can overcharge and rush at the same time. But
I don't think you can. I think it has to be one or the other.
yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to. So I'll rush to this horde with a missing
dude.
16 does hit the target number.
Does just hit the target number thanks to those auras.
Oh my god, that's a 9 on it. Well, it's a 9 on a d12. So 7 to all 3 of them.
Well, the second discordant force explodes throughout that area.
Don't you
No,
fucking
please.
dare. Okay, all right.
2 of the 3 get knocked unconscious. The last one is barely hanging on.
Cool.
That's 1. Damn it. What the...
No, keep them deleted. It's fine.
There you go. Well, things are definitely picking up for y'all. I do need to double check one thing because I don't remember how long the restrain lasts.
It lasts
for
until
dynamic
they
objects.
break free of it with an action.
Yeah, they have to break free.
Yeah, technically it just says restrain. You're right.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Sucks for them. So they're still restrained, just stuck there. And let me see if I can roll a decent number. I did say last time they had to beat a 13 to do this.
Oh, Copeland, it's scar.
That's an 11. Failure. They are still restrained. Hold tight by this discordant force
David's
that's maintaining them.
the both hands out with 2 fingers on each of the turntables, like one towards the horde back there, one towards the ground. As he's just like splitting his focus between all of this.
Absolutely. Okay, next off is Melody. Melody, you have a lot less people around you right now.
Yeah.
That's nice. It's amazing what happens when the right people attack the right things. What you got?
Ugh, I wanted to go get the red guy, but I guess I'm gonna attack this one in front of me.
I mean, you could.
Can't
Yeah,
you
go get the
move?
red guy.
You
Take
can
the
move.
opportunity.
Oh,
Yeah, but
I
she'll
couldn't
stay
do that.
beside. Just walk over the guys that are laying on the
Yeah.
floor.
I'll move here.
You're hitting.
Okay. This time Melody's gonna pull out her fangs. It's the same attack, but she's using her fangs instead of her claws. She says, "This is for making my friend have to defend me."
Doki.
Melody on her rollerblades just roll over an unconscious body, the fangs popping out glistening as she goes to make this attack.
I forgot about the rollerblades. I completely forgot about the rollerblades.
Wait, hold on. Are they blood-powered rollerblades? Do they, when you like roll over people and squish them, do they get faster?
Ew.
I really want just the spray of red to go out as she rolls over this dude.
Gross.
It's like a unicorn with a rainbow behind it, except for Melody, it's blood.
Yeah, pretty much. Love it.
Yeah, that's why she has 40 feet movement, I decided, is because she rollerblades around, so.
It's good.
Anyway.
Love it.
Here we go. So that's an 18 to hit.
18 definitely hits.
Ooh, just. Oh, wait. 7 damage because we still have the +3 for the first attack, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So 7.
7 points of damage. You slice through him with your claws, doing a moderate amount of damage, but not a lot.
Her fangs.
My fangs for that
Bit
one,
into
yes.
him.
Oh, fangs. Sure, fangs.
That's the spray
Yeah, you're
of
right.
blood. She's covered.
So, yeah, she just flies up there, jumps, bites down onto his arm, ripping away. Some blood goes flying as she does this, taking a chunk out of this dude's arm.
Yeah, okay.
Gross.
Okay, and then for my bonus action attack, I'm going to use my Veil Piercing, which once per combat, I believe. I'll check again. I can just make it auto hit,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to roll.
Love it.
And this time she's using her claws. So while her teeth are still in his arm, she claws his face.
Definitely.
You can attack twice?
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I have a finesse, or not finesse, what's it called?
Coupled.
Yeah, coupled weapon.
Oh, tight.
Okay, so
tight.
4 damage this time.
4 more points of damage. He's looking hurt. You kind of pull away, and a little bit of the blood is dripping down your chin as you smile at them, show him the claws that are also tinged with red. He's still up, but definitely hurt.
Okay.
Hopefully that wasn't too much of a descriptive for you.
No, it's fine. It doesn't bother me.
Good. Nova, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep swinging away at the dude right next to me.
Yeah, this one that you've hit so far.
Actually, no, I'm gonna do something a little different. There's no the only cost of rushing a spell is cutting the damage in half. Is that correct? If it hits?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
as a bonus action.
Then I'm gonna swing at this guy instead. He should be at higher health.
Yes.
So fingers crossed. That's a 22 to hit.
22 definitely hits.
It's gonna be 11 points of damage.
Wow, you almost took that dude out.
Okay, cool. And now I'm going to rush my explosion as a bonus action. What do I have to hit to?
So, roll your explosion. You have to roll an 18 to do damage on these.
Okay. Damn it! It's a 10.
Ugh.
All right.
Sorry, you cast your spell trying to hit them. It does nothing.
And that does that increase the mana cost? So it's 4 instead of 3?
No.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay, cool.
No, it doesn't increase the mana cost. It just halves the damage.
Okay, tight. All right, and that's my turn.
Okay.
I was hoping to take out 2 of them in one turn.
Yeah. Next up, we're at the top of the turn order with this void cultist that's in the black robes. I mean, he's looking at what's going on right here. He's certainly not liking that. Actually, before I get to that, at the top of turn order, you hear another odd sound.
Oh no.
What?
It sounds like a and a big splash as the sound of a speedboat goes peeling away from a dock down below. Skyseeker, you're high enough you would be able to see this. A speedboat just pulls away and goes flying down the river, disappearing from your view.
Which direction?
To the west.
I hope they're not getting back up.
Now it's the void cultist who is going to be taking a shot at Melody.
Youch.
Ouch. 24. I know that's going to hit.
Yes.
6 points of void damage. You are a fire, or you're a water, so you're good.
Okay.
So it's just the 6 points of damage.
All right.
I'll let that one through.
Katrina, you're up next.
I'm not too sure what to do if I try to shoot something or go and help the guys on the other side.
I think we've got the ground at this point.
Oh, okay. I can just jump across without a problem.
Oh yeah, you absolutely can. It's only a 15-foot jump.
So, 5.
Unless you miss, then it's 50 foot suddenly.
Yeah, this is true. But the good thing about Magi-Knights is you can jump pretty damn far, and 15 feet is well within your wheelhouse.
Yeah, our armor lets us parkour. It's very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James is so upset that everybody else can do his ability when you're transformed.
James Ronan?
It was a joke.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
haven't.
don't get it.
I took me a moment because I was like, who's James? Because he's only Ronan in my mind.
Yeah, he's Ronan. He's not James.
He wants to be a
I've
snowflake.
never actually used my weapon, so.
You should have on your sheet like the weapon. Yeah.
+2. That'll be the closest one. I'm assuming 23 hits.
Oh, definitely. Oh, who are you attacking?
The
guy right here?
closest
Yeah.
little guy that was already hurt.
Yes, without question, it hits.
And it was 8 damage.
11.
8 points of damage. You lash out at this spectral wisp with that whip of yours, striking it. 8 points of damage, more than enough to take it out. It cries out in pain, and then just dissolves itself
I forgot to
down
say.
into a pile of goo.
I forgot to say she splits her whip into 2, so she has 2 whips now. Ribbon
Absolutely.
whips, because she's the coupled weapon, and she is going to try to hit the next one because it reaches 15 feet.
Oh.
Tight.
26 to hit
Definitely hits.
for 9 damage.
9 damage. He had 1. So just describe for us real quick how you take out 2 of these outsiders.
Well, her ribbon will wrap around it and just chew, because it also has ensnares, and it would reach high enough to ensnare, so it'll just wrap around it, and it just kind of, and then the next one. And then she has vibration, but I don't think she can reach anything else to do, because it's only a 15-foot reach.
Yeah, you'd have to move up 5 more feet to do that.
But I don't think I have any more movement.
No.
So, because if I hit with 2, I have a 3rd attack, but I'm too far. So,
That's a shame.
but I was able to get out the 2 that Damian missed last time.
Throw it. Just
Oh, I
be,
didn't miss.
be
But I appreciate
Jasmine
it.
and throw it.
I appreciate you very much.
So, hopefully we
That's-
can take out the other 2.
That's it for Sky Seeker. Next up is the Wisps that have been really, really messed up. They're still trying to attack, and Nova Seeker, you are the main target right now. So go ahead and give me a roll to resist magic.
It's going to be a 24.
Well, you had to roll a 6, so yeah, you definitely succeed. You've been tanking the hell out of these spectral wisps.
All of my roll to resists have been like insanely high this round. It's been really nice.
Yeah, definitely. Aisha, you're up next.
Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna. That's 10 feet, right? Yeah, I see no reason. I'm gonna continue flaring, amplify, and I'm gonna take a big old chop at Mr. Red, and I'm gonna take the -2 to hit to increase my damage.
What ability is this?
It's part of my weapon, the fact that it's massive. Soul armaments. Defender's massive weapon. I believe it's the
You
massive.
can take a -1 attack penalty to increase damage by 2, or -2 attack penalty to increase damage by 4.
Yeah, so it increases
Love
by
it.
4. Yeah.
Love it. Go for it. Make
yeah.
your attack with a -2, which is just going to cancel out the
Yeah.
auras, basically.
Yeah. So it's just like the flat roll. That's
Yep,
why I'm
just
doing
a flat
it.
roll.
That's an 11, so it doesn't hit.
Oof, yeah.
But I'm gonna
Unfortunately, an
try
11's not
again
enough.
with my inspiration.
Yeah, you got a point of inspiration from the last session. You can use that to re-roll.
What the hell? That's something different. Oh, well.
Wait a minute. No, hold on. You rolled doubles. That means you get to go again, right? That's how board games work.
No, unfortunately, that's not how this works.
how
I'm
Monopoly
so
works.
upset. I'm so upset for you, but an 11's going to miss. You slash at him, and as you're doing, he sees it and jumps right out of the way of the tip of that weapon.
You're not supposed to be able to jump. What did they do?
At which point, yeah, how dare he jump? It is his turn, and as a reprisal, he is going to cast a spell at you.
Good.
His Fire Blast, Searing Word. That's a 21 to hit.
I'm going to use my reaction to take another point of exhaustion and cast Barrier.
You have enough magic to do that?
Taking the point of exhaustion to bring a level 1 spell down to 0 cost.
To 0. That's right. Okay. So yeah, taking another point of exhaustion. That's the second one from this encounter. But you're able to throw up that barrier. Go ahead and roll your magic, which I assume it's going to be enough.
Yeah, it's 21.
Yeah, 21. More than enough. You throw up your barrier at the last minute. The fireball explodes on it, but you take no damage. Blossom Seeker, you're up next.
All right, let's try this one more time. See if I can get it. Here we go. If I don't get this, I'm gonna be so upset. Yes.
No, it's a miss.
There you go.
Finally. All right, let's see. And +3 because I haven't hit anything. Right?
Yeah, that's a 14. Which one is it going to be doing?
The one right in front of me. Yeah.
That's enough to take this out, so tell us
Cool.
how that looks.
It's going to be kind of gross. I'm going to take the parasol, stab it into it, and open it up to just make it.
So it, yeah,
Mhm.
and it gets all over everybody.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful.
It does.
Incredible.
Except
Amazing.
Just black
Except me.
ichor spectral ooze gets over both Blossom Seeker, Nova Seeker, and the little fox creature on the ground.
Sweet. Fine. Prestidigitation. We're good. Okay.
Okay, next up is one of those hordes of mind-controlled people. There's literally one left that's trying to jump and grab Melody, because they're right next to you. Give me a roll to resist physical. You literally have to roll a 3.
Do their DCs go down as their numbers go down?
Yeah, for hordes, it seems like the DC goes down based on how many are in the horde. And even a 7 is enough to dodge away from that attacking horde of 1.
That's a fun mechanic.
Okay, Cacophony, you're up next.
Bring the base.
I don't have anything that like single targets. Except for my 1d4 smack them with a musical instrument.
Oh, it's considered a wand. I should have known.
What? No, it's considered a master's instrument.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an instrument.
Yeah.
I forgot about those.
It's all of the magical implements though, whatever they're called, have the same like attack value if you just smack somebody with them.
But, I mean, you can use explosion on individuals.
I can. Let's see.
Or you can jump on
use
their
it-
heads.
Or I could jump on their heads.
I mean, that's always a valid option.
You won't do as much damage this time.
Though I don't know if you're nearly as armored as Starseeker is, but you never know.
No, I think like the Magi or the Nighty Knights stuff was very explicitly based on leather armor. So,
They were
no, you're
indeed a
right.
leather
You're right.
club.
You're right. You're right. You're right. We'll explode the gray man over here.
Okay, trying to explode the dude in the black robes.
Yes. No.
Although
gray...
the dude in the red robes looks a lot more damaged.
That's fine. Hey, what happens if you get to 6 exhaustion?
You start taking stress points, but you can't use you can't like modify a spell to take stress points.
Okay. Okay. All right. Never mind. This is stupid. Okay. You know what? Yeah, that's fine. Redman gets a regular explosion. Does he take no damage, or does he take half?
He does take half, so it's 5 points of damage.
It's 7.
+3.
No, the +3 is only on the first actual attack.
Well,
Like
Yeah,
the first attack that you land.
This is my first attack this turn.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's right.
Yeah.
So 7.
And I am
Wait,
effectively
it's-
out of mana.
It's not your first attack though, because your explosion hit the 2 hordes. You took out the 2 hordes. with your
Aisha
explosion.
has been recycling it each turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you use your bonus action to re-up it every turn, and so
Yeah,
it's
there's
effectively,
no reason for me not
as
to.
long as she keeps doing it, everybody gets it on their first attack every turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think my second would have hit that. I would have taken out. Never mind. All right, I would have taken out that second spectral insider had I added 3. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe so.
But now I know.
Yeah.
I will apply it to the next turn. Tight.
That's it for David?
That's
Yeah?
Don't do it.
fucking-
Don't
I'm
do
fucking-
it.
I'm fucking out of mana. I'm gonna do it. Jump down.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were doing. Do that. Just
So I counted this as the reason Aisha was able to do so much damage is because I
There's
used
dynamic object, yeah.
a dynamic object to do this. You jump off, aiming downward. Give me a acrobatics check with disadvantage.
Why it's a 6? Why it's a 6, Matt? What did you
Well,
expect
it's a 6. Yeah. What did I expect? That's a very good question.
I think this is about what we
I'm-
expected.
you could
I'm
stop in the air.
so here's the thing. You jump off. You're hovering slightly, but your intent is to hit. So you're not like slowing yourself.
Yeah.
You miss entirely the individual that you're trying to hit. You land on the ground.
And can I land on the truck instead because it's funnier?
Sure, you can land on the truck instead. That's fine. I meant to roll 4d6 for this. I took a little bit off because, Magi-9. So in total, you're taking 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Cool.
19?
Because he rolled a 6, yeah.
Wow.
And he took that 4d6 damage. Oh, wait a minute. No, sorry. That's 2d6. Sorry, hold on. 15 points of damage. 15 points of damage.
Okay, that's less funny putting me at 5 instead of 1.
I mean, I'll give you just the 1. That's fine, too. It doesn't bother me none.
Wild.
I'll do it in exchange for 2 mana.
No,
If we're bargaining.
we're not bargaining here. Good news is those freaking restrained wisps
Yay.
are just stuck there. They can't roll above a goddamn 10.
I'm good at what I do. What I do is not jumping off of buildings.
This is true. This is true. Melody, you're up next.
Alright, I'm back to get Mr. Red again. That's definitely hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, so 8 damage on this one.
Tell us how this looks, Melody.
This time she'll use her claws, and she just lunges at him and slashes across his chest.
You slash across his chest, he cries out in pain and drops to the ground, unconscious.
Okay, and...
Nova Seeker.
Oh, I still have my bonus
Yeah,
action.
oh, actually, you're right. You're right. My bad.
That's
Go
okay.
ahead.
I'm gonna attack the horde guy behind me. Is a 15 a hit?
15 definitely hits.
Ah, just 3.
It didn't matter. He had 1 hit point
Oh.
left. You slash at him with
My
those
God.
claws. He cries out in pain and drops to the ground unconscious.
Yay, thank you.
I am suddenly so much more upset that I miss.
Can you move and do your third attack against the other guy?
I only get to do the third attack if it's on the same target all 3 times.
Can you do it because you didn't get to do it that last time?
That would be up to Matt, but I'm not going to ask him to do that.
Well, what it is Nova Seeker's turn.
All right, fine.
I do want to move, though, since I didn't take my move action.
Oh, go for it. Go for it.
Okay, I'm just going to go there.
Yeah, you climb up onto the truck hood, get over the cab, and down into the bed, right
I
next to that dude.
Can I suggest that you move here, or is that
I don't
so that
know.
if he moves away, he has 2 different opportunity attacks?
Oh, shit.
I guess both of you would get opportunity attacks anyway.
Yeah, it would happen regardless.
Okay, cool. Never mind. Tight.
Even one is...
I will say, if you're within 5 feet of me, and for some reason he decides to attack you instead of the person who's lying prone on a van, I can reduce the damage.
That's funny.
Okay, I'll just stay here then.
Okay, tight. I am going to attack the last spectral wisp in front of me with my knight's medium weapon.
That's fair. Go for it.
See what happens. What is that? That's an 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
It's going to be 10 damage.
10 points of damage. It had 13. I wish I could give this to you, but you slashed through it, doing massive damage, but it is still up.
Cat is on here, right? On the roof with me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I am going to rush my explosion, and I'm going to attack this group of 4 spectral outsiders over here.
So you're all still kind of learning this. I'm going to just warn you on this. You already know that they regenerate based on when they've been hit by magic. Rushing your spell only does half damage.
Right. And so they essentially heal completely?
Yeah, they'll
It's possible.
yeah.
Okay.
And Matt said that they already resist magic, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't
So
know if
I
that
did
means-
check. I did check, and I would have gotten I would have killed the guy the last time. Can I kill him this time? Can I get my 3 from that last round? If not, I'll just explode him now.
This is what I'm going to give you. You know what? You didn't get your 3 from the last round. That's true. I did forget about that.
If he still has 1 point, that's fine. I don't know if their hit points are 14 or 13.
He literally has 3 hit points left.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to give this to you because you didn't get it the last round. We forgot about it, and we're still learning these rules. So I'm going to give it to you.
Great. Tight.
You slash through him, and the gods are looking down on you with favor, and those last 3 points of damage that you should have gotten the last round come through, taking this creature out at the end of this round.
My little rules lawyer heart is exploding. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
So, we're at the
Usually
top of
those
the
guys
turn
there forever.
order. Yeah.
They're not going
We're
anywhere,
at the top of the
obviously. Sorry.
Thank you. We're at the top of the turn order. I know, Los, you need to get out of here, so we'll probably go ahead and finish this combat scenario next session. There's literally just these restrained horde, and the one dude, the cultist in the black robes, who's still up, but that dude still has full hit points. So we'll see what happens. They might break 3. They might be able to take some of you out. We'll find out in 2 weeks' time on Magi-Knights Awakening. So, as always, I go around the table and tell everybody let everybody know who you are and where we can find you on the internet. Let's start with our brand new player, John. John, who are you?
Hi, I'm John. I'm kind of new to streaming, but I also work as an illustrator. You guys can all find me and my work at Creative Panda 88 on Instagram, or on Twitter, I am jpatrickillust1. So yeah, it's illustration, but like Twitter cut it off, so it's just jpatrickillust, the number 1.
Love it. Ashley, you go next.
Hello, I'm Ashleyien, and you could find me here every 2 weeks. I don't have much else.
And you've been playing Sky Seeker this episode.
Yes, playing Sky Seeker.
Okay. Hana, you're next.
Hi, I was your Star Seeker for tonight. You can find me no longer on the at here, but instead at that at Destiny Trio Inc., both on Blue Sky and X.com. I just updated my X profile. That was a headache. Elon Musk has destroyed that website. I do a fair bit of streaming every so often. You will see me immediately here in 2 weeks' time, but in October on the 8th, you can find me on Singularity, where I'm playing Paintown, and very excited. And then, of course, here on the 18th. But I want to just shout this out now on. Oh, the 15th is early, or than the 18th. On the 15th, we'll be doing a sequel series to the Mask game I played a few weeks ago on Lost Caravan. Well, it's actually a prequel because we played adults, and now we're going to play our origin story, and I'm very excited for that. That'll be the evening of October 15th. But thank you.
Love it. Los, you're next.
Yeah, my name is Los, and I'm not doing anything outside of this online. I'm PDX Homebrew on all the socials, and that's everything.
Okay. And you've been playing Nova Seeker. Tensei, you're next.
Hi, it's me, Tensei, from, I can be found working behind the scenes on nearly every project that we have over on the Bard Rock Cafe network of shows, of which we are expanding greatly here in the next 6 months-ish. You can also find me in front of the scenes on our flagship show, Bard Rock Cafe, where I play known liability Nodir Hussein Amber, who gets destroyed every fight because he's a 800-year-old man. If you want to hear me ramble incessantly about Ben 10 for 5.5 hours, I did recently do an episode on the Hyperfixation podcast, where I talked about open time loops across the series, and every time that Ben 10 and company have irreparably irreparably. No.
Irrevocably?
Yeah.
That one.
Irrevocably?
Yes.
Irrevocably.
Changed the entire universe by not closing their time loops. 5.5 hours. It's a good time if you want to listen to this. That's it. Next.
Okay, Kira, you're next.
Okay, I am Kira. I was playing Soul Seeker, and I'm the assistant creator of Magi-Knights Awakening, which was just released on PDF on September 5th, and you can find it on Drive-Thru RPG. And you can also find me, all of our social media links are on magi-knights.com. And then I'm also the author of the children's book, My Dad, the Game Master, which you can find on Amazon.
So definitely go check them out. If you've been enjoying the gameplay that we've been doing here, definitely go pick up the Magi-Knights Awakening core rulebook. I love it. It's got great art. It's got great mechanics. You got to go check it out, especially if you love magical girls or Sentai or just anime goofball stuff in general. Great system to run.
Thank you.
Well,
The
I'm
land's
Matthew
really
R.
good.
Dawson.
Faz,
It
the
is. It
land's
is.
really good.
Yeah, it is very good.
Oh, thank you.
Now, I'm Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and magic keeper for this playthrough. Other than here on Random Rhapsody, where you find me every Monday and Wednesday, you can also find me over on the Transverses, all on the table TTRPG content. We're doing 5e this Saturday at 2 p.m., so go and check me out playing Yihoshu. He used to be a forge cleric. Now he's an infernal artificer. It's really weird. We'll see what happens. You can also catch me this week over on the Bard Rock Cafe Network, where I ran a one-shot called Rock Around the Clock, which is a two-parter because I talk way too much, as everybody here knows. But that's okay. It was a lot of fun. It was a great episode, and go check that out on their network as well. And so, on behalf of everyone here in the Random Rhapsody crew and everyone within the Magi-Knights, I just want to say thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, may your dreams be infinite. Good night.
Nighty night.
Hey.
See everybody.